Okay, in this example, what we're doing is just going through a few more practical things that are a little overlooked. Currently, a lot of people do ask me how to get Fume effects to work with particle flow on an event basis rather than the whole entire particle system. And it's a very straightforward thing to do, however, it isn't documented and can easily be overlooked. So this does assume you have afterburn as well as fume and p-flow, but right now I've just got a very simple system set up. We've got particles coming up, and if I run the sim, we've got our particle system working with fume effects. However, what if I wanted to do it on an event basis? Like I had, in this example, some particles here, and I just set up a deflector as well. So right now my particles are bouncing off, and what I might tell them to do here is not to have much velocity. So they just kind of sit and raise on the ground. Okay, so assuming that works, right now if I ran my simulation, our particles would come down and they'd be on fire and then they hit the ground. What if I didn't want to do that? What if I wanted to go to simulation? I'll turn off smoke and I'll set my expansion to 3. Everything else I'm happy with, and I'll tell my particles to go to a new event where they die. So I've only got this one event here, which I'm going to rename to FFX event, and I'm working in a more contained resolution of 1024 by 768, so our play area is a little cramped. However, it's probably better for you guys to download. So here I've just got an event. I want this event only to work. Instead of having the fire coming down and then continuing to do what it does, I want it to trigger once it comes into this event, once it hits the floor. So essentially these red circles as they happen. Okay, to do that, right now you can't specify that inside of here, inside your emitter, but if you go to helpers, down to afterburn daemons, or better yet, what you can do is in pflow here, pflow aburn, or else even in here, just append miscellaneous pflow aburn. What this is an afterburn event to allow you to specify events. However, it does work with fumes. So we'll just call this FFX trigger event, or whatever you want to call it. Now in fume, rather than selecting our emitter here, PF source, we deselect that and we in fact select our FFX trigger event, the helper that we just created. So instead of our particle system, we trigger this instead. Now if I run my simulation, the particles come down and then they hit the ground, creating this fire. And because the particles have a lifespan, the fire then goes out. So this is an easy way that we could do something like an airstrike or explosions or very specific particle events. And it allows us to do a lot of interesting things through this basic and very underrated helper object. So although it's not a very tricky thing to do, it has been severely overlooked, and I figure it is well worth mentioning, just so that way it's another thing you can add to your list of effects tools. So that's it, and good luck.